Not all battles are visible, neither are the victories. Uh, when I talk about this battle, I'm talking about the two kind of battles where a person feels and he has to face in his life. One is the inner battle and one is the outer battle. Today, I would like to talk about these inner battles, which are not visible to anybody, and daily basis we have been facing this. Uh, Good morning, everybody. My name is Harish Kumar, and today I would like to talk about a very important issue. And I think everybody in his life must have felt something about it. That's the mental health literacy. When we talk about the literacy, the first concept comes to our mind is education. And as Nelson Mandela says, education is the most important weapon that can be used to change the world. And the sub part of it, that's mental health education, is having equal power to change your own world for this birth even. Why this topic is very much important? Because when you accept the fact, yes, you are mentally healthy, then only it can be possible that you say that yes, it's okay not to be okay. Then you accept the fact that yes, I'm not mentally fine. When we go deep down into that and understand the mental health, it is certainly called the fundamental to good health and well-being. It ensures and influences your social and economical result of throughout life. When I talk about this topic mostly talks about the Indian concept. In India, there are about 253 million young adolescents who fall into this bracket of 10 to 18 years of age, and they hold the potential of this country to make it more developed. When our Prime Minister says that 2047 this nation should be made developed nation, in that sense, these people hold the strength, and there are certain hurdles which need to be removed as soon as possible. And I think the mental health is the biggest issue in that sense. Why? We have been seeing that suicide rates are alarming these days, and there was in 2017, if I can remember, but the student who got the AI rank 1 in NEET exam and committed suicide later on. And you very well can understand that the student wanted to achieve something like that, and he achieved also. But after still he commits suicide, then we need to understand the depth of this matter. And when I talk about the NCRB report, which has a tagline which says that student suicide is an epidemic sweeping India, and the suicide rate has already surpassed the population growth rate. And these are the registered cases we are talking about, 35 cases per day. These are registered cases. When we talk about unregistered cases, this situation becomes more complex. Now we need to understand some of the factors. Which are the factors? Why people commit suicide? Why people having mental issues? First, these things start from the poverty. Certain people who have to sacrifice their dreams because they are poor, and they have to go for the job which can take them out of this vicious cycle of poverty. In that sense, certain young kids, they give up on their dreams and they sacrifice, and that thing kept going on into their mind for many years. Then comes the family issues. Certain families are distorted one. They have a divorce cases. Your parents have a divorce cases. Domestic violence is going on. Thus traumatize you mentally a lot. Then we go to the normal family concept. Then the problem again comes where you have a societal pressure, relative pressure, and every parents want their kid to have an X factor. If it doesn't have that factor, they don't like it. Comparative nature of the parents, we have seen that, like Sharma says, what he's doing, you have not been able to do it, and uh, and the other area also, parents have this kind of things, and on the other side, then when the kid goes to the society, he has to go through the peer pressure also. Cyberbullying is also a concept has come and developed into, and kid have to face, and he cannot come out with this thing to their parents as well. And this is not when we make this topic a gender specific also, girls have to face a different kind of problems, like rape threat, acid attack threat, eve teasing, time bound movement. If she is going anywhere, she has to come back by the time, and continuous surveillance by the parents, that whether she's going, whether because uh, uh, she compares it with her brother, that my brother doesn't have this kind of limitation, but she is having limitations, so that traumatizes her. And stalking is also a thing. Then then the, uh, then when we talk about these two gender, male and female, which our society recognizes, then another gender comes in, that's the LGBT community. If we could not make a society where this recognized gender are facing the problem, then how can we think the LGBT community will come out and they will be able to show their own original identity? They are having the biggest mental stress. They could not show it to everybody, but they feel what their inclination are about their life and whom they love. They cannot express it. Now comes the result. What it is causing is causing attention deficit hyperactive disorder, bipolar disorder, split personality, animal nature is being developing in the persons, substance abuse, drug, kids are taking at the very early age of life, liquor take. And one more thing we have seen, that mindless scrolling they are doing in the mobile phone. And we have seen that people love to be in the metaverse because their society does not judge them, and they do not want to be the part of the society which always judges them. And that is why we have seen that people have become more individualistic and they love to be in the virtual world. They don't want to face this world. And then we have seen the society is alarming. Uh, Loss of sleep, biological cycle totally changes because you sleep at 3 a.m., you wake up at 12 p.m., and whole system distorted. Unwanted pregnancy, we have seen that. And that when we be active on the online, the cyber system, then pedophiles are also there who keep attacking you all the time, and you sometimes you become the cyber slave. And your parents didn't come to know that because they do not know what you're doing with the mobile phone. And the other sign, there's a one more thing as well, that's phubbing. A person sitting with his friend and does not, he's not talking to that person and keeps seeing the mobile phone. That's another thing has been developed. Now, this when this topic is that much important, and I think we should also look for the solution. India has the acute shortage of psychiatrists per population. That's very abysmal, 0.75 per 1 lakh. I think we need to work on that system. And I think every school should have a mentor who talk to the kids, so that at least the kids can understand and they talk about their problem, because sometimes we have seen that they are unable to talk to their parents. Then emphatic environment to be created at home, at school, and the whole society. That's very much important. We need to talk about this topic. We should not shy, because we have seen that people are not aware about. Whenever you say that, okay, I'm going to psychiatrist, people will take in a different order. I think that this taboo, this stigma has to be removed from the society. And when I think yoga and meditation, this has a bigger role to play. There should be a separate chapter for that. There should be a separate period for that, and that should be a compulsory exam for that, so that people start developing these habits in them. I think certain areas people have also helped, like ISKCON is there and Art of Living Foundation is there. They are also working on the developing the mind of the youth. That's also good that thing they're doing. I think we need to have a special emotional health program, mental health program, like the US is having, where their kids are benefited by that. Sweden is the number one in that sense, so dealing with these problems. And when we talk about that in India, what the government has done in the past, in 1982, we have a policy related to that. And certainly the positive step was taken by the current government in 2017 when they brought the Mental Health Care Act. In that, two things were very much important, which I like to notify here. One was decriminalization of suicide, so that we can be this stigma can be removed. And the other thing was that giving medical insurance to the mentally ill persons, putting it equally to the physical health issues. That was the right step. And I think overall, if I talk about, I think this is the responsibility of this whole ecosystem. I think media needs to talk about this, parents need to talk about this, community needs to talk about this, and the school teachers all have to talk about this, so that the stigma can be removed and the person can come out who is actually feeling the problem. Now, before I finish this presentation of mine, I think mental health is not a destination, it's a process. It's about how you drive, it's not about where you're going. And I think mental health problems do not define you, you experience them. It's like a rain. If you go into the rain, you walk in the rain, but you are not the rain. That's a main important thing. When I was going through a bad patch of my life, at that time I was thinking that this bad patch has made me strong. But later I recognized that I was already strong. but this bad patch has made me prove that yes, I am strong. And I think anybody who thinks that okay, he doesn't have something, he's lacking something other person are having, he must understand that there's nothing is permanent, there's nothing is perfect in this world. There's crack in everything. That is why light gets into it, and we have light everywhere. For everybody, I would like to say that you may have a tough phase, you may have a bad phase, but that's kind of an eclipse which can shadow the sun sometime also. The sun will come out very soon. That mentality has to be developed by the society and individually as well. So I think this country can tackle this problem, because if we really want to become a developed nation, and I think this area has to be properly dealt with, so that we can realize the potential of every kid, and we can fulfill our dreams. Thank you very much.
Harish, you have chosen a very sagacious topic.
Yes, sir.
My question to you is that our education system is teaching us what to think. It is not teaching us how to think. Please tell us how to think.
I think, sir, whenever in a classroom, teacher needs to give different topics to everybody, and to let them find out a different solution. There should be a special class where everybody thinks about different things. Okay, you can give a particular topic as well. Okay, like environment. Every kid should think about it and should start creating different questions for that, and everybody should go together and find out the solution as well. In that sense, we can have developed this thought process. Every individual, in every classroom, there should be one lecture, one class should be there where everybody has to think differently, and it should be rewarded as well. Because in the, like, we in private school, we are having that there is a yearbook of every school. Then we can publish that okay, this was the best thing was taught by our student, so that can be motivated as well. So that is where we can develop this habit. In the past, if you see in Gurukul system, when rishis used to take the students to the forest, and the forest, in their forest, why they take them? Because different things they will be seeing, and they will keep asking questions. So variety they have to bring to the class, where people will surely develop a questioning ability.
Thank you very much.